Hello, I'm back. I'm here with Jonathan Stepping, who is a student recruitment officer, and he's going to tell us a little bit about student life on campus. So, Jonathan, can you tell me about the University of Kent Canterbury Campus? What sort of facilities do they have to offer here? What is student life like?
Yeah, sure. So I'd say the campus is really great. I think it's probably one of the best features of the university because it's almost like a little town in its own right. You've got obviously things like your accommodation, lecture halls, the library just behind us here, but then everything else you might need besides as well. So things like cafes, bars, restaurants. There's a nightclub on campus, a cinema, theatre. So everything you need right on your doorstep, especially if you're a first-year student living here. It's just so convenient. You've got your friends really close by, your lecture really close by, so if you've got a 9 a.m. lecture, you can roll out of bed at 2 minutes to 9 or so and still make it, which is nice. But then obviously we've also got Canterbury right on our doorstep as well, so a 15-minute walk away, or even less by bus, with everything else that you might need that might not be here on campus.
And so I understand you are also an ex-student of the University of Kent.
Yeah.
Tell me about, why did you choose this university when you came all those years ago?
Yeah, of course. So, well, for me, I did quite a unique course. I studied military history, which helped me narrow down my choices a little bit more. But yeah, so I was really drawn in by the course content. And again, the School of History here does a fantastic job in that, I had great sort of relationships with my lecturers, and coming to an open day myself with a friend of mine, I came all the way down from Sheffield, so it was a little bit of a trek, but it was well worth it. So yeah, it was just great to, meet academics, chat to them, and I just kind of really felt like I could buy into the course. And then, yeah, the campus itself was great, because I say, coming from Sheffield, it's kind of like a bigger city, and I like the idea of coming to a campus where it's a kind of very self-contained student community, and just a really nice, positive sort of student vibe, being in a bit of a smaller place as well, a different pace of life. Yeah, I just really could see myself living here for 3-4 years, and I had a great time doing so.
Brilliant, thank you. And so as a student recruitment officer, what is the application process? What can students expect if they're hoping to come here?
Sure. So it's a fairly straightforward process, to be honest. You apply through UCAS, as you would to all the universities in the UK. So we just be looking for mainly your academic qualifications are going to be the primary component of your application, and then obviously things like references from your college tutors or teachers, and then your personal statement as well. Personal statement is probably kind of the big thing that everybody gets kind of caught up in when they're talking about their application. But yeah, so we do a lot of stuff. Myself, in my role, we do a lot of help going out to colleges and schools as well to do sessions with people writing their personal statement and stuff. So I'd say, yeah, it's just the kind of the classic 3 components, and obviously you've got your 5 choices as well, so if you're still struggling to narrow things down at this point, you've got a bit more time, you can make those 5 choices.
And so you mentioned the personal statement there. I think that's something that scares a lot of students. I know it scared me when I was first applying for university. Can you give me your kind of top 3 tips about writing a personal statement? How do you make it good?
Mm-hmm. Sure. So I'd say the first tip is to remember that, firstly, the personal statement is about you. It kind of seems obvious, but it's about you. So make sure that you're focusing on yourself and your skills, the things that you've done, not just say you're applying for history. Don't just write a history essay about all the different books that you've read. The second thing will be, again, keep that focus on your skills and make sure that it's got that coherent structure as well. So anytime you're talking about an activity you've done, whether it be reading a book or studying a course or playing a sport, for example, make sure that you're drawing out the skills that you got out of that. And then the final tip I would give you would be to make sure that you're tying those things to the course as well. So if you're talking about, I've got great communication skills, if you can give an example of why that might be useful studying a course and say, that would be brilliant for seminar participation, let's say, and that's a fantastic way to show that, A, you understand what's involved with the course, and also, why you're suitable for that as well.
And can you tell me what the best personal statement you've read is? Too difficult?
That would be a tough one. I mean, so I did used to work in an admissions role, and so I have read quite a few. I think the best ones, I can't think of a specific example, but it's the ones that, come across as confident, assertive. These students know who they are, they're self-possessed, they know the skills that they have, and they, have clearly thought about what's going to be involved, and they get themselves across very well.
And what's the favourite part of your job at the moment?
I would say, to be honest, just actually getting out and being able to chat to people that are, making their application to the university, because, it's such a huge decision. Choosing your uni is kind of like a crossroads in your life, I think. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't come to Kent. So, it is very gratifying to be able to chat to, 17, 18-year-olds trying to make that decision and just give them the information that they need to make the most informed choice of them, whether that be to go to university or not go to university, or come to the University of Kent or go somewhere else. That's absolutely fine. But it's great just to be able to, provide that service to people and help them make what is a very big decision in their life.
Brilliant, thank you so much. And now my final question is about what is your favourite part of the University of Kent? What's your favourite part of this campus?
Oh, good question. I mean, the library is kind of pretty good. I probably spent the most amount of my time in there while I was a student here, so I have good memories of being there. It's very different now to when I was a student, and then it's, brand new inside and out. But yeah, I have a lot of love for the Templeman Library. Spent a lot of many hours up there in the computer room writing my dissertations, so it was a good time.
Brilliant. Thanks so much. Okay, that was Jonathan there from Student Recruitment Officer.